What's going on? We back with the Boxing Clinic. I'm your boy CJ Goodfella. Don't forget to check the description. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. All those links is in the description, or the Instagram username is in the description. Excuse me. We back. Appreciate y'all guys for subscribing. We kicking that real trail boxing shit, and yeah. Danny Jacobs fought Sulecki last night. And a lot of people got they minds, banged and fucked by HBO with that shitty ass scoring they had last night. I had Sulecki winning by one round. I had him going up 3 rounds into the 12th round, until the knockdown happened. Danny Jacobs scored a knockdown. I don't really think it was a lot of swing rounds in there. It was a few swing rounds in there. I think I counted like 2 or 3 of them, and I think 2 of them I gave to Danny Jacobs anyway. You know what I'm saying? Danny Jacobs was garbage last night, bro. Motherfuckers just can't face reality. They letting HBO, the biased commentary, and the shitty ass scoring from Harold Letterman. Even Trap House Boxing told me he had a 9-3. I'm like, what the fuck is you talking about? You know what I'm saying? I had to turn the video off for a minute. He was making me heated. That's my brother right there. It wasn't no 9-3 type of affair. That bitch was close. I was on there with several other people on a live stream talking about the fight. I mean, we all had it the same going into the 10th round, the 10th, 11th round. I think it was the 10th or the 10th round. We all had it the same. We had a 6-4 for Sulecki. Like I said, the first round would have been a swing round. I think it was like the 8th or 9th. It was a swing round as well. It wasn't too many swing rounds. Sulecki was clearly, killing that nigga with a jab and a counter right hand. Danny Jacobs landed, some body work, but it wasn't no consistent body work. He a punch here and there. And you can see the concern in his corner. I don't give a fuck what he said. They was concerned. It was times in this fight where he looked puzzled. It was times where he switched to south. It was a time he switched to southpaw. He was puzzled. He couldn't do shit with Sulecki. Sulecki couldn't miss with the right hand. The jab, the right hand, and he mixed in a left hook. He was dominating Danny Jacobs. I don't care what HBO say. They a biased fucking company. I don't fuck with them. And at the end of the day, like I said, I know what I saw, and I'm a pretty damn good scorer, man. And like I told you guys, Sulecki beat that ass. I ain't saying that he won by 2 or 3 or 5 points, but I feel like he edged it. Even with the 1 point, I wasn't winning by 1 point because of the knockdown. In the case, you could have made the last round a 10-9 round in Sulecki. Sulecki dominated that round outside of the knockdown, but I didn't do that. You feel me? But that's what people think what they want to think, man. When it's a favorite guy in there, and they want to say, oh, the UK is biased versus Anthony Joshua or Ricky Hatton or Amir Khan or Kell Brook. They biased towards those fighters, man. Over here in the States, y'all biased towards fighters too. There's no way that Danny Jacobs dominated Sulecki 9 rounds to 3 or 2 or whatever. Or he didn't dominate shit. He was lucky if he deserved a draw, and that's what I hate about boxing. It's very, very objective, man. It's an opinionated sport. They should let them fight to the fucking death or some shit. I'm just joking. But yeah, it's a very objective sport, man. It's opinionated, man. At the end of the day, man, Sulecki, whooped that ass. There was a junior middleweight in there that was quicker, faster. His feet work was better. His counter punching ability was better. His jab was better. He was giving Jacobs all types of problems. Jacobs was missing left and right. Jacobs wasn't doing shit. He landed a couple body shots, but it wasn't no sustained body work. You know what I'm saying? That's motherfucker's opinion right there. And then, he called out Charlo. Obviously, Charlo wasn't there last night. I haven't even heard a rebuttal from Charlo on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, nothing. I checked all his social media. His brother was called in the FS1 fights. I think that was at the Don Haskins Center in El Paso, Texas last night. I didn't watch none of them fucking fights, but shout out to Eric Lubin. He got the victory today, coming back. Ain't it a blessing after Charlo knocked me out? But yeah, he called out Charlo, and I guess Eddie Hearn, his boss, gave him the green light to call out Charlo. HBO must have gave him the green light to call out Charlo. After that fight last night, man, I'm telling you, Charlo will beat the fuck out of Danny Jacobs. Danny Jacobs is not that good, and I said that from the beginning. I said it from the beginning, and Triple G ain't that good. I've been saying that. Just because you get 2 shitty-ass, boo-boo, overrated-ass fighters and Jacobs and Triple G in the ring and Jacobs do some good, Jacobs ain't that good, bro. Anybody that got an unbiased opinion, can tell you that with Danny Jacobs, man. Anybody with an unbiased opinion. This nigga was loading up on shots, swinging and missing for the fences, dog. Sulecki, I don't even think he missed the right hand last night. And anybody that talk about punch stats, dog, shut a punch stats up your ass, man. Because punch stats is an opinionated stat with somebody holding the clicker telling you what landed and what didn't land, man. You know, I don't fuck with HBO, man. You know, these shitty ass cards they putting on, and we was arguing on Coy Lee Boxing Talk about one guy, was this a showcase fight? Yes, every fight Danny Jacobs fight is a showcase fight, other than the Triple G fight. Every fight is a showcase fight. The Truex, the Moore, even the Pirog fight was a showcase fight. That was a cherry going wrong. That's supposed to be Danny Jacobs' coming out party, you know. And Charlo got a good jab, just as Sulecki got a good jab. But the difference between Sulecki and Charlo is, you know, Charlo is a hitter. He could punch. Even at, you know, 160, you know, it was smart for Danny Jacobs to get Charlo at his last fight, in my opinion. You know, now he's getting the opportunities for his body to grow into 160. And then, you know, Danny Jacobs is such a little itch. You know, he got to come in at 170, almost probably about 180. You know, last night he looked way bigger than Sulecki. You know, because he got chin issues. So he got to rehydrate to protect that chin. You know, so that's why he's compensated for being very, very chinny. He's starting to put extra weight on to come in way heavier. And last night, even though he was fighting a junior middleweight that was known as a puncher, even though Sulecki had 7 knockouts in a row before he decisions Jack Colcly, he still decided to come in heavy versus Sulecki last night. They didn't even reveal his weight from what I heard. So he still decided to come in heavy. He know his chin ain't shit still. That's why he coming in heavy. He know his chin ain't shit. You know, and it played against him last night because he was sluggish. He was looking for the knockout. He was trying to load up on every punch. He looked terrible out there. He was winging punches. Y'all talking about Deontay Wilder windmill. This motherfucker was windmilling last night. The only time he landed with any consistency is when he got on the inside and when he punched onto the body. That was the only time he landed with any consistency at all in this fight. All the punches that he landed was just wailing punches, and he was, you know, he looked real amateur. He was reaching, and he was in there with a fighter that would have knew how to, you know, well, Sulecki did. But if Sulecki was getting more time at middleweight and grow into middleweight and was able to really put that middleweight weight on, because he looked noticeably smarter than Jacobs, because Jacobs really fucking rehydrated real high last night. He'll never do the same day weigh-in. You know, if he was a real middleweight, he would have stopped Danny Jacobs last night, bro. He really would have. That's factual right there, man. That's actual and factual, man. He would have. And what Charlo gonna do to him? Charlo got that same good ass jab Sulecki got. He gonna look at that film, and that right hand gonna put Jacobs out. You know, because Charlo gonna come in heavy too. You know, he already gonna know the game. And if he don't come in heavy, he got that real Texas fucking George Foreman strength. That right hand, he get an opportunity to hit Jacobs with that right hand, gonna stop him. You know, Jacobs better get it together, man. You know, because that performance last night was a shitty-ass performance. He looked real amateurs, loading up on shots, and a jab was dominating him. And a counter right hand dominated Danny Jacobs last night. He couldn't get away from a right hand. Like I said, motherfucker, something about, Danny Jacobs a better defender than Jermall Charlo. No, he's not. He's not a better defender. This motherfucker got hit with every right hand in the book last night. I mean, old boy could have did the Millie Rock and still hit him with a right hand. You know, the jab was an issue. He couldn't get out the jab way. He was loading up, and I'm telling you, a defender like Jermall Charlo is going to fucking slip or catch and counter that nigga with a right hand like he did with J-Rock, man. I mean, he called out Jermall Charlo, but I think they might pull him by his collar and sit his ass down and say, this ain't what you want, boy. We're going to go another route. Because the way you fought last night, you fought like a shitty boo-boo ass fighter, man. You let a junior middleweight come up there and dog walk your ass in the ring with a jab and right hand and an occasional left hook in there, man. This was a shitty ass performance. Like I told y'all, this dude ain't beat nobody, man. This motherfucker one of the posers, man. You know, he living off recovering from cancer. They paying him. He a good story. He in one of the major media markets in the world in New York. I understand it. They trying to market him. But they better keep him away from the real trio motherfucking fighters, man. Especially Jermall Charlo. You know, because that chin gonna get fucking touched to the canvas. Charlo jab is too good, and his right hand is too good for Danny Jacobs. His defense is too good. But let me know what y'all think. TBC and more. We gone.